Hi friends, welcome to Profit Corner YouTube channel. Every day we are discussing new topics for beginners. So it will be helpful for beginners and newcomers for stock market. They will have little insight in it, and please watch the complete video and share your thoughts. Let's move on to topic. Stock selection guide. How to select stocks for intraday trade with minimum capital. If people we are having very less capital, let's say 20,000, 15,000, 50,000, still we can enter into stock market. We can get some minimum profit. If your investment is minimum, so we have to expect minimum profit, so it will be very reasonable. So if you take bigger risk, so your capital will be in at stake, so you will end up with losses. Sometime you will luckily you can get profit also. So before that, we need to understand lot size. In stock market, lot size refers to a number of shares you buy in one transaction. In option trading, lot size represents the total number of contracts contained in one derivative security. It basically refers to the size of the trade that you make in a financial market. With regulation of price, investors are always aware of exactly how many units they are buying of individual contract, and can easily access what is price they are paying for each unit. Simply that, if lot size we will explain in the Excel form in detailedly. Here list of NSE future stocks are listed in the single PPT Excel sheet. So I have written all the future stocks and respective the sector and lot size. Simply lot size means that if current market share is increased by 1 point or decreased by 1 point, what will be that price we will get. In simple words, if let's take future ACC, so market price will be around 1000 rupees. So now price is increased by 1%, 1001. So our profit will be 400 rupees. If market is decreased by 1 point, let's say 999, so we will be in loss of 400 rupees. If you put if you buy the stock, if you sell the stock, if it is decreased by 1 point, so we will be in a profit of 400 rupees. So for beginners, those who have a very less margin, let's say less than 50,000, 20,000, they have to be very careful towards that lot size. If stock price which is having the very less, the stock price which is having very less lot size, it will be very safer, because here the profit also will be very less and losses also will be very less. If profit will be very less, we don't want to bother. If it is our losses or profit, we need to focus very carefully. Here the different sectors also are listed here. If you want to choose some particular sector, some people will have sound knowledge on some particular sectors, let's say banking sector, private banking sector. If you click it here and select an OK button, here only the private banking stocks will come here. So respective that lot size also will be listed here. So particularly the private sector banking stocks will be much more higher in lot size. Let's say here 11,000 for Federal Bank, it will be very costlier and a very riskier one. So if market price increased by 1 point, so our profit will be 11,000. If it is decreased by 1 point, so we will be in loss of 11,000. So we need to be very careful. So in order to trade such a big lot size one, we have capital around 2 lakh to 5 lakh. So then only we will be in safer side. If market falls by suddenly 5 points, 10 points, so this much losses we can bear if we have smaller capital into stock market. So here one you can categorize in this way that you can choose that minimum lot size one, deselect all and select lot size which is having very minor, let's say less than 500. So here I have selected here. So here totally you will have 21 stocks which is less than 500 lot size. So these stocks are easy to trade and profit will be less, and same time their losses also will be very less. So if you aim for smaller profit and smaller losses, so you have to select with any one of particular stock with this stock option. So I hope this video will be very helpful. I am attaching this Excel sheet in that video link, so it will be very helpful for beginners to check which stocks having less stock lot size and which stock having more lot size. So it will be very helpful for choosing the intraday trade, and I hope you have enjoyed this video. Thanks guys, we'll see you on the next video.